Previously on What Happened to Holly Bartlett.
On a cold winter's morning in March of 2010, Holly Bartlett, a 31-year-old grad student who was blind, was found clinging to life under the MacKay Bridge in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. The next day, she died of her injuries. Investigators ruled her death an accident.
Her death deserved a proper investigation.
Police believe she was drunk and disoriented.
It's hard not knowing. She was laying underneath the bridge for 5 hours, freezing.
Why would you get a cab ride home where it's safe and then make this walk to here? It doesn't make any sense. And this has become one case that was never solved, and it should have been.
Holly Bartlett was found unconscious under the MacKay Bridge after a night out with her friends.
The initial police investigation was wrapped up really quickly. Drunk, blind girl, case closed.
The 31-year-old's death in March 2010 was ruled an accident.
There's a lot of hours in there that we don't know where she was. There's parts of me that sort of died with my sister.
I really would like to know what happened to Holly. Somebody knows.
This is What Happened to Holly Bartlett.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
I met your sister Amanda a number of times. We had never met. I think maybe just because you've been living in the States for
18 years.
Oh, wow. I'm talking to Kim, Holly's older sister, to see what she remembers about the investigation into Holly's death. I remember Holly always used to talk about visiting you in the past and that sort of thing.
I appreciate what you guys are doing. I think it also speaks to Holly and the person that she was and the effect she had on everybody. That even after 8 years, people still want to talk about her. And I think that she deserves better.
She was just starting to get into her thing. Like, I was down here and married and had a baby. And my sister was married and had 2 babies at that point. And so it was her turn now to show us how she could do the things she wanted to do. So it's really hard, to think about that. It's tough. It's a tough one.
Kim, so was there something about Holly's death that didn't add up to you?
I still feel like there's a lot of unanswered questions.
Knowing Holly, the way that she thought things through and the way that how smart she was and how down to earth and realistic she was, the whole scene of where they found her and how they found her, it doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Right.
I still feel like there's more to be said and more to be found out about this. I feel like the person that knows what happened to her that night is still out there.
Right.
Initially, they couldn't find her cane.
I always saw Holly with her cane, but I'm wondering, did she ever travel without it?
I find that really hard to believe.
Right.
Why in God's green earth would she give up the one thing that she could depend on to help her get to where she needed to be, which was her cane? I feel like it makes no sense.
The fact that her cane wasn't with her when she was found under the bridge is very strange.
It was a family friend that helped us go back, and they found her cane, and it was opened. I mean, it was extended and stuck, standing upright. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Randall's coming over to meet me. Him and his wife are the friends of the Bartletts who found the cane. 1 second. Hi, Randall.
How you doing?
I want to come in and have a seat here. You were saying you had some of the
Yeah,
show
so I went home and I got out my computer. I was looking on a hard drive, copied them to a stick for you.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I found it. I have found Holly Bartlett's cane inside of the fence behind an apartment building, but she was found on the other side of the fence. This is Holly Bartlett's cane.
Wow.
Where we found the cane, we're filming it, it's standing straight up against the fence. And as you can see, it's pretty much straight down from the building, which is quite steep down. And this fence definitely got barbed wire on top. Basically, our cane was, by looking at that, mixed in with trees. So like, that time of year, there was no leaves around.
Right. Is this something else seen in this video?
I'm getting chills watching it.
It's kind of neat to see the video.
Yeah.
Showing exactly how it was when you found it.
I had forgotten that we took a video.
Do you recall the day that was?
I think it was Sunday.
Okay.
After waiting quite a while for the police, they came, and I can't remember if they took pictures or not of where the cane was. I know we showed them. After they came, they took over.
Randall and his wife found Holly's cane on Sunday afternoon after the police had searched the area on Saturday. So have the police seen this?
No, they have not. They never asked me if we had video or pictures or anything. Nobody's ever seen these until today.
Until today, wow.
Yeah.
Why in God's green earth would she give up the one thing that she could depend on to help her get to where she needed to be, which was her cane?
Where we found the cane, we're filming it, it's standing straight up against the fence.
I have found Holly Bartlett's cane inside of the fence.
My dad and I are driving to meet with Holly's mom, Marion, to see if she has any more information about the cane.
I can never come over this bridge that I don't think about her and think about the Bartlett family. It's sad. And to think that she was alone under the bridge that night at midnight on a cold night and just never shake that.
Yeah.
So this is our war room. This is where everything's been put together. The theories, the questions, the facts, people involved in the case. Why don't we sit down and go over the police report?
Sure.
This is really the first time I've had the opportunity to go through this and have a good look. Have you read this?
I've read it, yes. Yeah, I've read it. Brian, it's really hard to read. Yeah, there's parts of it that I found really disturbing to read, and every time I read it, I discover something different.
Did the report indicate that Holly had her cane with her that night? And where exactly did the police search, and what did they find?
They name everything that's in here, and this sort of goes to what you were saying, Peter. Did the police know, did they not know that she was blind? But they knew when they searched the scene right away, found her purse.
Yeah.
They say she had a Metro Transit Pass, Canadian National Institute for the Blind ID card.
The police were talking to us, and I said, well, did you find her cane? And he said, no, we didn't find her cane. And I said, well, she didn't go anywhere without her cane. They knew that her cane was missing as soon as I spoke to them. And I said, look, that girl could have went anywhere if she had her cane, so you find her cane and that'll tell you everything.
Writer advised by Corporal McGowan, he spoke to a friend of the victim and the one who called her a cab and put her in it. She recalls seeing her cane in her purse as she got into the cab. Sergeant Gilroy learned that Holly, in fact, was blind and advised to look for a white cane.
Yeah.
If you look at this on Saturday, March 27th, you can see that the canine unit was called and said attended scene for canine search of the area where Holly was found. And they deployed the dog. Areas within and outside of the taped scene were checked with negative results. Also checked on east side of fence at east boundary of this location. I returned to Northridge Road for a broader search to search circumferences of 5572 Northridge victim's address. We also searched both sides of Northridge to Novalee Drive with negative results. We searched areas surrounding Kencrest Avenue. This building overlooks the site where the victim was located on the east and north sides. There is a bank which is accessible, obstructed only by a low guardrail. We checked this bank as well as the areas above and below it. Negative results. The dog was also taken along the dirt road below the scene and up to and including the path back up to the corner of Novalee and Northridge. Negative results. So they saw nothing.
It begs the question, where did her cane come from? How come her cane wasn't there at 5 o'clock on Saturday, but at 5 o'clock on Sunday, it was there in plain view? You wouldn't have needed a canine unit to find it that day.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
Would you?
How is it that Halifax police, a dog, and all these experts were there and they didn't see this?
If they're confident they did
Yeah.
that search, wouldn't
Yeah.
that raise the question?
Well,
to
you
them?
would think it would.
We searched there. How
Yeah.
did it
So
get
how
there?
did it? How did it
If
get
they were
there? Right?
confident.
But if somebody dropped it there afterwards, why would they have put it so visibly? There had to be people in that apartment building looking out the window at what the police were doing there. They had to have watched it. And that cane, if it was that visible, should have been spotted.
I want Randall to take me to exactly where the cane was found. I'm wondering if it was inside the police search area or not.
At the time, we were able to walk along the edge of the building here,
Right,
and it was a clear path.
right. All the bushes and stuff I see have grown up a lot
Quite
since
a bit.
then. Yeah.
Quite a bit. It was mostly small shrubbery. As we came down along, so we got to get down closer to the fence.
Yeah.
So we,
It's like loose rock here.
yeah, we came down around and walked around. This fence wasn't there, but it was right there.
Can you point to me exactly where you found it?
Exactly. By looking at these embankments, it was
Okay.
up against the fence.
In line with the embankments, like you
In
said.
line with the embankments.
Straight
yeah.
up and down
Yeah,
against the fence.
Yeah, exactly. Once we saw it and found it, you could easily see it from up on top of the bank.
Right. So if the
which is
police
odd.
went around like they said they did, they would have seen it.
Exactly, yeah.
According to the police report, they searched this bank behind the Kencrest apartment. And they also searched along the fence.
How do you think the cane got there?
If she had to drop it, it would have been on the ground. The way it was placed, stood up like that, it looked to me like it was staged.
If Holly came down the hill to this fence, how would she have got over it?
She did not get across this barbed wire fence from here. There's absolutely no way. This is very, very suspicious. No way.
Can you point to me exactly where you found it?
Exactly, by looking at these embankments, right there.
She did not get across this barbed wire fence from here. There's absolutely no way.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course.
I made a call to investigative journalist Maggie Rahr.
The stories that I'm drawn to, that I tend to work on, often deal with injustice.
We have our preconceived notions and
Yeah.
wanting to check ourselves as
Yeah.
well and wanting a fresh set of eyes just to make sure we're covering everything. And
Okay.
I think that the main thing is getting this going again.
This is one of those cases where it's like every little detail could be so pertinent. What are the main things that you would like to see addressed in this reinvestigation, if you will?
We want to make sure that we look into everything from scratch again is what we want to do.
It would be not only unethical, but unrealistic for me to make any kind of commitments to you about advancing this or solving it. But I will, yes, commit to immersing myself in this and turning up whatever I can. Hey.
Hey, Maggie.
How's it going?
Good. How
Good
are
to see
you?
you. Take a hug. Thanks for coming in. I've asked Tim Biscay to come and meet us here in the war room that we've set up. The team here did all of this. I'm a very late arrival.
Far more organized than I've ever been.
Because he did the definitive piece of journalism that actually got into the story of who Holly was, what happened with the investigation. It's a really good opportunity to review the facts of the case with someone who's already really familiar with them. So I was working as a journalist when this all happened, but I didn't cover the story.
Right.
And the funny thing that I keep thinking about now is that I kind of feel the same way now as I did the very first time I heard it.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell did she get down there? I just remember thinking, something's not adding up.
I'm up that end of town every week, and every time I'm up there, I've just walked around that area, like looked at things and going, what the hell happened here?
But the thing that I'm really kind of stuck on is this idea of the space between their reaffirming that, yes, this was an accidental death, and not being able to prove that there was a criminal act.
I'm told by police investigators that if you cannot explain someone's death, you should go into the investigation thinking it's a homicide. You only get to accident when you can demonstrate that. The story from the police perspective was created before Holly had even died.
It's in the case notes from one of the police officers that was there in the first 24 hours. And she's talking about trying to locate Holly's full-time caregiver. They had no sense of her independence and her ability to function in the world.
When I was looking at the police investigations, their notes, the thing that jumped out with me was two things. One, Holly was blind. Mm-hmm. Two, Holly was drunk. And they just immediately went to, she was blind, drunk, end of story. You know, it's just like, oh, well, she must have walked down this way, and oh, here's a hole in the fence.
This idea that Holly was dropped off at her front door, turned around, walked down the steep driveway, took a right, walked 350 meters down the street, got behind the apartment building at Kencrest, crawled through a hole in the fence, climbed up an enormous concrete abutment, and fell to her death is incomprehensible. She appeared to have really an incredible ability to navigate, on top of being very clever, I think, really competent. The circumstances were extraordinary. The location where they found her, you know, all of it, her injuries. This is not like, oh, this kind of thing happens every second day or whatever.
The dominant thing when you're out there, I'm sure you notice this, is the sound of the highway.
Yeah.
That may as well be a spotlight. Here's where the highway is. I don't care how drunk she was or how blind she was.
Drunk people get home all the time.
No one could miss that. No one could miss that. It's just absurd.
The taxi driver who dropped Holly off on the night of. Yeah. He appears in your story, but what happened there?
Yeah, so it took me a while to find out who he was. I called him, but he just refused to talk.
Did you get him or did you leave a voicemail?
No, I talked to him for about 20 seconds. He said
no.
He basically said no. He said, I don't want to talk about it. There's been, I'd say 3 or 4 times I've come back to the case and kind of gone through it, and I've always gone, I just don't know what to do with it.
I have found Holly Bartlett's cane.
How do you think the cane got there?
It looked to me like it was staged.
If you cannot explain someone's death, you should go into the investigation thinking it's a homicide.
The Kencrest apartment building overlooking where Holly was found was never canvassed.
The first thing we need to do is the apartment building at Kencrest that overlooks the abutment. We need to find out if anybody is still there who can tell us if they saw or heard something on the night of March 26th, 2010. The next thing we need to do is figure out, again, remote possibility. Did anybody see someone that might have been placing the cane against the fence after the fact? We'll just start at the top and then come down. We have these letters if anybody's not home or whatever, you just slip it under the door.
Okay.
Did you see the content of this letter?
Very, very briefly.
The title is just What Happened to Holly Bartlett. Hello, we're a group of journalists and concerned citizens who are trying to find out new information about the death of Holly Bartlett in March of 2010. Holly was found in the morning of March 27th in front of the north abutment below the MacKay Bridge. If you have any information at all, no matter how small, please would you contact us at the number below. We're looking for people that lived here in 2010. Were you here then?
Wasn't me, no.
We're looking for people that lived here in 2010. You didn't happen to be here then, did you?
No.
I do know people that lived here then.
You do?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't know if they know anything, but I could get in touch with her now.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome
Really
very
appreciate
much.
it. You didn't happen to live here in 2010, did you?
No.
Did you happen to live here in 2010?
No.
Okay, so
Last one.
last door.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's coming.
Hi. Hi. We're just looking for people that lived in the building in 2010. Were you here then?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's asked you yet about if you were awake on the night that Holly Bartlett was last seen around here.
I mean, I lived here, but no.
Right. And nobody came around to ask you about it at the time, like police or anybody like that?
Oh, God, no. No, I would remember that.
Bye.
See ya. You know, we just gotta hope it jogs somebody's memory and they call us, right?
Right.
That's the last kind of hope on
Yeah.
this.
Oh, here's somebody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, did you live here in 2010?
pardon?
Did you live in this building in 2010?
Yeah, I've been here about 14 years.
Okay,
Okay.
we're working on a documentary about the death of Holly Bartlett.
Yeah,
Do you remember?
I used to talk to her because she used to come over and go to that, there's a special stop for the bus stop. She used to get on there and she was a lovely person. She was so friendly.
Yeah.
You used to talk to her?
Yeah, I talked to her dozens of times.
I don't suppose you have any recollection of the night of March 26th,
I do.
2010. You do?
Yeah.
Next time on What Happened to Holly Bartlett.
One force trauma to the head, other bruises on the body. Is there a connection there?
Could you tell from the bruising that there might have been a struggle?
Executive producer Johanna Elliott, supervising producer Jennifer Comeau, director Sonia Jempolsky, story editor Connie Edwards, director of photography Mark Hammond, editor Jake Harris, composers David Anderson, Jason Michael McIsaac, research Maggie Rahr, Greg Jackson, online editor Kenneth Peterson, produced in association with Accessible Media Inc., integrated described video consultant Simone Cupid, development and production executive Andrew Morris, Ocean Entertainment Limited,
an AMI original production.